Imagine waking up in the land of the Pharaohs, where towering pyramids kiss the sky and the mighty Nile shapes the rhythm of life. But what was it really like to live in ancient Egypt? Forget what you've seen in movies today. We're diving deep into the daily life of the people who built one of history's greatest civilizations. 1. Morning routine. A new day begins as the sun god Ra rises over the horizon. Most Egyptians wake up with the sun, their lives closely tied to the Nile's ebb and flow. Farmers set out to their fields, artisans head to workshops, and scribes prepare their papyrus scrolls. But first, breakfast. A typical morning meal: bread, beer, onions, and maybe some dates. Simple, but enough to fuel the day ahead. Segment 2. Work and social life. Work in ancient Egypt varied by class. Farmers spent their days tending wheat and barley, while craftsmen carved statues and painted tombs with vivid colors. Scribes, some of the most respected people in society, recorded everything from taxes to great battles. But life wasn't all work. Markets bustled with vendors selling spices, linen, and pottery, while entertainers performed music and acrobatics. 3. Family and home life. Homes were made of mud brick, built to stay cool in the scorching heat. Families were tight-knit, and even children had responsibilities, often learning their parents' trade from an early age. Love and marriage were important, and believe it or not, women in ancient Egypt had more rights than in many later civilizations. They could own land, run businesses, and even initiate divorce. 4. Education and childhood. Education in ancient Egypt was a privilege mainly for boys. From wealthy families, they trained to become scribes, priests, or government officials. Learning to read and write in hieroglyphics was no easy task. Girls, on the other hand, were usually taught household skills, though some learned trades or became priestesses. Playtime included toys like wooden dolls, clay animals, and a game called Hounds and Jackals. 5. Religion and afterlife beliefs. Religion was everywhere. Temples dedicated to gods like Osiris, Isis, and Anubis were central to daily life. Egyptians believed the afterlife was just as important as life itself. That's why mummification was so crucial. Your body had to be preserved for the next world. The famous Book of the Dead contained spells to guide souls through the underworld's trials. 6. Leisure and entertainment. After a long day, Egyptians knew how to unwind. Wealthier citizens hosted elaborate feasts with roasted meats, figs, and honey cakes, all enjoyed with plenty of music and dancing. Even the working class found time to relax, often gathering for storytelling and games. One of their favorites, a board game called Senate, kind of like an ancient version of chess. Segment 7. Health and medicine. Medicine in ancient Egypt was surprisingly advanced for its time. They had doctors who specialized in different areas, from eye diseases to broken bones. Remedies often involved herbs, honey, and even magical spells. Surgery was rare, but basic procedures like setting fractures were common. The Ebers Papyrus, one of the oldest medical texts in the world, details treatments that still intrigue scientists today. 8. Nighttime and final thoughts. As the sun sets over the pyramids, Egyptians would relax with their families, tell stories, and prepare for another day. The cycle of life continued, driven by the power of the Nile and the legacy of the gods. Their influence remains not just in history books, but in the very fabric of our modern world. 9. Architecture and engineering. One of the most incredible aspects of ancient Egypt was their architectural genius. From the majestic pyramids of Giza to the intricate temples of Karnak, Egyptian builders achieved feats that still baffle engineers today. Without modern technology, they transported massive stone blocks across vast distances, using wooden sleds, ramps, and sheer manpower. Their mathematical precision and alignment with celestial bodies show an advanced understanding of science and astronomy. Even today, we continue to study their methods, searching for answers to age-old mysteries. From sunrise to sunset, life in ancient Egypt was a blend of hard work, devotion, and celebration. Their legacy lives on, not just in monuments, but in the very fabric of human history. Want to learn more about the secrets of the Pharaohs? Subscribe and join us for more incredible journeys into the past.